Hey guys, let's get more news about Dallas, but before that, don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. Micah Parsons makes guarantee after NFL star's retirement. One of the most decorated offensive linemen to ever step on the football field reportedly called it a career on Thursday night when Zach Martin met with the Dallas Cowboys to inform them he's retiring. During his illustrious 11-year career with the Cowboys, Martin was a 9-time Pro Bowl selection and was named first-team All-Pro in 7 of those 11 seasons, tied with Hall of Famers Bob Lilly and Randy White for most in franchise history. Perhaps more impressive than his All-Pro selections was the fact that he only had 7 accepted holding penalties against him in a career where he played over 6,500 snaps. After news of Martin's retirement dropped, a social media account highlighted the elite Cowboys players who never made a Super Bowl with the team. #Cowboys legacy players of this era to never make a Super Bowl with Dallas: Tony Romo, Jason Witten, Zach Martin, DeMarcus Ware, Tyron Smith, Dez Bryant, Sean Lee, Travis Frederick, Ezekiel Elliott. Legacies could have been different, the tweet read. The list of names started making the rounds on social media and eventually caught the attention of star linebacker Micah Parsons, who guaranteed he will put an end to that list. "That list is coming to an end," he said on social media Thursday night. Parsons made headlines earlier in the afternoon when he offered a blunt message to critics like Hall of Famer Lawrence Taylor of his podcast. "He's a great player," Taylor said. "But guys, let's do more. Let's play more football and less podcasts." Parsons responded, "LOL, I wonder, do people hate my podcast because it's actually good, or do people hate it because it's bad? Because hella people in the NBA and NFL have podcasts and no one has a problem." Parsons and the Cowboys are coming off of a disappointing 2024 season that saw the team part ways with head coach Mike McCarthy in favor of former offensive coordinator Brian Schottenheimer. Analyst reveals incredible stat from Zach Martin's career. According to reports, Dallas Cowboys offensive guard Zach Martin is planning on retiring after 11 seasons in the NFL. He has had a stellar career as a Cowboys mainstay over the past decade, with 9 Pro Bowl selections and 7 All-Pro first-team nods to his name. He also is leaving the game with an incredible stat. Zach Martin had 6,659 pass protection snaps in his 11-year career. He had 0 accepted holding penalties in pass pro. "Absolutely legendary," Warren Sharp wrote on X. "Holding penalties are one violation offensive linemen are prone to picking up, and it takes plenty of discipline, as well as a dedication to the fundamentals and proper technique, to avoid them." Martin seemed to start to show signs of wear and tear this season, and his retirement will put more pressure on Dallas to bring in reinforcements to augment a very top-heavy roster. The Cowboys certainly have star power and big names in quarterback Dak Prescott, wide receiver CeeDee Lamb, pass rusher Micah Parsons and defensive backs Trayvon Diggs and Darren Bland, but the team is lacking complementary players, and that includes the offensive line. Dallas has virtually no salary cap flexibility, so it will have to draft very well and restructure some contracts to get back on track after going 7-10 and missing the playoffs this season. Martin was named to the Pro Football Hall of Fame All-2010s team, and he is considered a lock to get inducted into the Hall when he becomes eligible. The Dallas Cowboys have a ton of work to do this offseason if they are to return to the playoffs next season, let alone seriously contend for the Super Bowl championship anytime soon. They have a top-heavy roster that needs reinforcements, and now they will need to upgrade their offensive line after some big news that dropped recently. 7-time All-Pro guard Zach Martin has informed the Cowboys that he plans to retire, sources tell the Insiders. Tom Pelissero of NFL Network wrote on X, "One of the greatest linemen of his era and a probable Pro Football Hall of Famer, Martin walks away at age 34. Martin was the number 16 overall pick in the 2014 NFL Draft and quickly proved he was a star by finishing second in the Offensive Rookie of the Year balloting and making the Pro Bowl and the All-Pro first team. In all, he has made 9 Pro Bowls and been chosen to the All-Pro First Team 7 times, and he was selected to the Pro Football Hall of Fame All-2010s team. This season, he started to show signs of wear and tear, as Pro Football Focus ranked him 71st among 135 guards in pass blocking grade, and he allowed 5 sacks, which was 116th among 135 guards. The Cowboys' lackluster offensive line may have played a role in quarterback Dak Prescott throwing just 11 touchdown passes in 8 games before his season ended due to a hamstring injury. With virtually no salary cap flexibility, it will not be easy for Dallas to secure the upgrades it needs to become the type of team the franchise has always envisioned being. Cowboys signing Eagles lineman named a smart free agency move. When off-season programming gets into full swing for the Dallas Cowboys, offensive coordinator Brian Schottenheimer will take on the challenge of reshaping this team's offense. For Dallas, this turnaround starts at the line. A once dominant unit has faded in recent years and now mostly consists of younger talents developing into reliable starting pieces. That was evident in the 2024 season where the Cowboys had 2 rookies on their line in Tyler Guyton and Cooper Beebe. The Cowboys started the season with veteran Zach Martin in the lineup, but injuries would end his season early. He has yet to decide on returning to the team, leaving in free agency, or retiring from the league. While Martin is not the same threat he was even just a few years ago, replacing him at the right guard spot will be a major task for the team. Given the youth and inexperience on the line, Dallas may not want to rely on filling that hole through the draft. Adding a veteran through free agency may be the smart move here. Along with Schottenheimer, new offensive coordinator Clayton Adams has emphasized the team's need for toughness and violence in the trenches. The Cowboys could find that in current Philadelphia Eagles right guard Mekhi Becton. Following a resurgent 2024 campaign, Becton has put himself in position to get rewarded for his play in free agency. Bleacher Report's Christopher Knox believes that this piece from Dallas' arch-rival could help them execute that vision. Becton got a new opportunity in 2024 when the Philadelphia Eagles signed him and moved him to guard. With a new home and a new position, the 25-year-old, 26 in April, thrived. The Cowboys should also consider Becton, if they can erase their projected $5.7 million cap deficit, as a potential replacement for Zach Martin. We have no idea what BR is talking about when it mentions a cap deficit, or where they got that number. The Cowboys are presently under the cap, will be carrying over more than $20 million from 2024, and can have $100 million in shopping room if they wish. Even having said that, though, there is some risk in paying Becton his expected $10.20 average annual salary. Whether it's Becton or someone else, Dallas could find themselves in need of a right guard if Martin leaves the team. Becton is still young and has shown the potential, so there is certainly a chance this deal pays off for Dallas. Assuming the younger guys come along in year 2, this line with Becton and Tyler Smith at the guard spots immediately improves. Any dreams of Becton or another offensive line upgrade requires the Cowboys to be active in free agency though, and an overall aggressive approach to the offseason. And you fan? What do you think of Mekhi Becton's situation? Leave your opinion in the comments.